So I have this board that I wasn't really thinking. I just spray painted it like 15 minutes ago. So I took the dryer to it, and there's still just a couple of spots that aren't quite dry. But you know me, I love flying by the seat of my pants. So what I am going to do though, is I'm going to wax this because it was freshly painted. And I don't want to wreck my brand new transfer. I got the hiccups. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of wax. And I use a Varathane finishing paste wax in a natural color. I don't want to add any color to my surface. And I'm going to go over this completely and just buff it in. So it is taking some of the paint off. I'm going to add a little bit more because I want the whole surface to have the same kind of sheen to it. So we'll just get that buffed on there nicely. And sometimes it's a good idea to let your wax sit for a couple hours to cure, but it's not necessary. Hey, Joey and Deborah. So we got that done. We'll move that out of the way. And the transfer that we're going to use today is called, it's a Farm Charm collection. Life is Better in the Country. So I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to make this into a tray. Hopefully, in my mind, it worked out really good. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to write on the back here. And the reason that I write on the back is because the back side, as you can see, I can't write and talk at the same time. The back side is a paper side, and you never want to put your transfer onto the paper side because then you're going to have a hard time getting it off. So let's just move this, get our fuzzing towel. And by fuzzing it, I'm putting a little bit of lint on the back. Because it's a new transfer, it's super sticky. And that just helps it not stick too much to the surface. It's really important if you're using metal or glass that you fuzz it really well. The only time I don't fuzz is if I'm doing it on fabric, because then I want it to be super sticky. So we'll just do that a couple of times. There we go. And I'm going to put this right in the center. And it should fit really nice. There we go. And then you want to smooth it out, making sure you don't have any air bubbles in it. So I like using a squeegee. And I can actually hear if there's a bubble because it'll be like a snap crackle sound. Awesome, Deborah, thank you. And we're going to use white for this, I think. Actually, you know what? I think I want to use copper. The copper on black is so nice. And then we're using jute for the, oh, this is a brand new one. We're using jute for the handles. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's so creamy. Look at that. Love it. Love the new chalk paste formula that they came out with. You will never have lumps and clumps in it again. Creamy, dreamy. So I think I got this board at Walmart. I think it was like $20. Their boards really aren't that cheap there, but I really like them. And then we'll just put some jute on it and turn it into a little tray. So after the chalk paste is dry, I am going to seal this with a clear sealer. Look at that. Now, it did take up some of the paint because I hadn't let it dry long enough. But it just adds to the character of a kind of a country feel board. So I'm just going to dry this. And then we'll attach the handles. Now my thought is that if I take this and then braid it maybe, so let's try that. So we'll need 3 pieces, same length. And I guess I need to cut the end here. And then we'll just braid it, just to give it a bit of a thicker handle. And then we're going to staple it to the side. So I'm just doing a regular braid. This will really stiffen it up. You could use leather if you've got scrap leather. You could even attach like door handles to it, which would be cool. So you see, this is going to be really nice for a handle. How's the weather where you are, Deborah? Are you getting that cold snap? I can't remember. Are you in Texas? Pretty crazy, the weather that we've been having. All right. I guess I should have measured. Wow, I was not thinking. I am going to plug in my glue gun, I think. And just glue the ends together so they don't fray. Hey, Lysandra. Okay. I think that's plenty long. So now I want to make sure that this doesn't come undone. I used to have some elastics. I know. I'll use a twist tie. That'll hold it together. Just until I get the glue gun done. I think that's going to be perfect. So we'll do another one. And I think that was probably about the length that I had. Let's cut the end. And do the same thing for the other side. So you just want to do just a normal braid. It's been a while since I've braided anything, let me tell you. Fingers are not working today, you guys. There we go. I want them both to be the same, so I have to remember to use the same kind of tension. Hey Marie, welcome. We are just braiding some handles here. I hope I didn't cut this one too short. Now I can either put them on the top of the board or on the side. We'll have to see what's going to look better. Okay, let's see. Almost the same length, but good enough. Because I need to cut the other one down a little bit. It's just a little too long. Okay. So we can attach it to the top, or we can attach it to the side. I think maybe the top is going to be easier for carrying. And I think that's probably a good length. So let's glue this. If I can get the glue out. And I'm not going to grab this with my fingers. I'm going to use my multi-tool and just press the glue into the jute. Because it's silicone, it's going to be super easy to get it off the multi-tool. So just get that all in there. All right. Okay, we're going to cut the end off this. And do the same thing with the other side. So I'm going to move up my pipe cleaner. Just a smidge. And add some glue. And just press it in there. All right, and give it a twist. So now that should stay together. I can take the pipe cleaner off. And trim that down. Now before I staple it on, I'm going to do the other one so that I get the same size. So let's do this. And I'm going to put glue on it. Get it smushed in there. Give it a little bit of a twist. Trim the end. And now I'm going to measure. So I need to move my pipe cleaner up because it's way too long. We'll get that up right there. Twist it back up and add some more glue to this end. Just want to make sure it stays together. Hey, Carrie. There we go. And now I can take the pipe cleaner off. And trim that back. Now, they should be, they're not the same size. Oh my goodness, okay. It's a good thing that I didn't cut it too short because then I would end up cutting both of them short. So that is good. Give it a twist. Measure and cut. There we go. So now we have two handles that we just used a thicker jute and braided. Now this is going to make a big mess on your work surface, so use a craft mat. I'll get that scraped off after. We're done with the glue gun. Get all this stuff moved out of the way. It's always good to clean up as you go. Less of a mess to deal with. Okay. So now what I'm thinking is I will staple it on. This is my thought anyway. We'll see if it works. I don't know, the staples might not be long enough. So that's about, how many inches is that? 1, 2, 3.5 inches is where I put the staple. So I'm going to put another one right there. I might add another one to this side. There we go. And now I can cut this excess. Now for this, I wouldn't suggest putting anything really heavy on it because I don't know how strong the staples are going to be on there. But for decorative purposes, it's okay. So we're going to go 3.5 inches up on this side. That one worked out perfect. And then 3.5 inches here. 1, 2, 3. That was perfect. Just cut that excess. And there we have a little serving tray. Just using a board, some spray paint, and some jute. I think it turned out cute. So you could have this sitting on your kitchen counter as a decorative piece, or in your living room on an ottoman. Super fun. And like I said, I didn't let my paint cure long enough, so it came up here, but I'm okay with it. It just gives it that rustic look. If it really bothers me, which it might, I could take a paintbrush and just paint some of the black spray paint in here. I might do that before I put the sealer on. And I'm just going to use a matte sealer because I want the matte finish on here. So there you go. I hope you guys have an awesome evening. No, I just stapled them, Lysandra. I just stapled them. It actually turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. All right, have a great weekend, you guys, and I will be back on Monday at, it's starting to snow again. Sorry, I got distracted. I'll be back Monday at 12:30. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12:30. And then Tuesday, Thursday at 3. All right, enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Bye for now.